Question 11. The figure is formed by 3 identical big semicircles and 3 identical small semicircles. Use the calculator value of pi to find the perimeter of the figure. Round your answer to 2 decimal places. Now we know that the circumference of a circle is pi d, correct? So let's write it down over here. So now in order to find the perimeter of this figure, let's find the diameter of the large semicircle and the small semicircle first. Now, diameter for the large semicircle will be 14 times 2, correct? It's 14 here, the radius is 14. So the diameter will be twice the radius. So it will be 28, right? So from here to here, it's 28. So I'm just going to write it down first. And from here to here is 28. Okay? Now next we find the radius of the small semicircle. Right? The large one was 14 times 2, we got 28. And the small one will be 10 times 2, correct? Over here is 10. So 10 times 2, the diameter of the smaller semicircle will be 20 cm, correct? So over here is 20, 20, 20. Alright, with this information, now we can go on to find the circumference or the perimeter of these 3 large semicircles. Now let's find the circumference or the perimeter of one semicircle. Alright? So it will be pi d, right? Pi, we'll take pi as it is, times d. Correct? So this is like pi d is actually the circumference of one circle. Over here, there's 3 semicircles, so it's actually 1.5. Correct? So for this circumference, or you can write perimeter, for the large circle will be half pi d. So I will write here half pi times 28. And so you can reduce this to the lowest term, we get 14. So you can write it this way, 14 pi. Now this is the perimeter for one semicircle. Now there's 3 here, so we need to multiply it by 3. So now the perimeter will be 14 pi times 3. And we will get 42 pi. Alright, now we are done with the large semicircle. The next one the next parameter will be the small semicircle. Now for small semicircle, we do the same, half pi d, half, and pi remains, and the d, which is the diameter, is 20. So we can reduce this to the lowest term, we have 10. Correct? And we have 10 pi. Now, we want the diameter for the circumference for the 3 small semicircles, so you have to multiply by 3. 10 pi times 3, we get 30 pi, correct? So now we are done with finding the highlighted areas here, both the orange and the yellow. Now we need to look for this portion here, correct? Because there's a gap here, so we need to look for the what's the length over here. Now if you look carefully, the diameter from this point to this point of the large semicircle is 28, correct? And from here to here, it's 20, correct? Alright, so from here, this portion here to here, right? So you take 28 minus 20, we will be able to find this part here, alright? This part. We take 28 minus 20, we will find that this part here, this portion here, will be 8 centimeters, correct? This portion here will be 8 centimeters, but we do not need the full the full length here, we only need here which cuts in the half. So we only need this part over here. So therefore this part over here is 8 divided by 2 is 4, correct? And same goes to this portion here. This portion here is also 4 cm. So now we have all the information we need to find the perimeter of the whole figure. So the perimeter will be 42 pi plus 30 pi plus 8. Now if you were to punch into your calculator 42 pi plus 30 pi plus 8, what will show on your calculator will be a long list of number. It will be something like this: 234.1946710.585. This is what you will see, right? If you punch these numbers into the calculator, because according to the instruction, they want you to use the calculator value of pi, right? You cannot take it as pi as 22 over 7 or 3.14. You use the value of pi in your calculator. So when you punch the numbers in, you will get this long string of number. And instruction says that you have to round off your answer to 2 decimal places. So let's look at where is 2 decimal places, which is the digit 9, correct? So in order to round to the nearest 2 decimal places, we look at the next number, which is digit 4. Now digit 4 is less than 5, so we do not round up. Therefore, the answer is 234.19. That is the final answer. Now do not forget your units as well.